This is me, trying to get from one side of a freezing lake to the other, in a boat I made out of just aluminum foil. But will it even float? I want to cross a lake in a boat just made of aluminum foil is a phrase that nobody has ever said in the history of mankind. So here's the rules. 1, I can only use aluminum foil and aluminum foil tape. B, I have to cross a lake outdoors. And D, or 3, or whatever number we're on, it has to not sink.
I think it might be sinking.
So I went and bought like 50 pounds of aluminum foil. Oh! Yeah, so here it is. 3 of these suckers. It weighs like a small child. Wow. Clarice. I had no idea what my boat was gonna look like in the end, so I just tried to start doing stuff. So I went to a friend's and we tried to smash a bunch of foil into a wheelbarrow. It didn't work.
Oh my god.
So we scaled it down to Tupperware level. We squished it between 2 vices and tested it out.
How far off can we be? You know? Oh no!
And so I was like, what do we do? And then I had an idea. Boats are made of a bunch of smaller parts stuck together. Kind of like this thing. We've got a beam around the edge, we've got a beam in here, a beam in here, and then wrapped foil around the edges of it. If I can make a beam, if I can make a rigid stick, I can make it like that. Then, a stroke of genius. I'm gonna take a bunch of foil and fold it, and then smash it. And then fold it, and then smash it. And then fold it and smash it, fold and smash, fold and smash. Until we ended up with this, the very first structural member. No, this thing sucks, but it's closer. What I like about this, it's hefty, right? What I don't like, it's made out of aluminum foil. It wasn't stiff enough, so of course I tried to smash it with my car.
That is freaking flat.
I quickly realized the car wasn't going to be heavy enough to make these beams rigid, so I kept thinking, what could do the job? Oh man.
It's called a brake press. They use it to bend long pieces of metal. You can get huge amounts of pressure over basically a line. This would be so good for these beams. I found a company locally that has one. We will see if they'll actually do it.
You have brake presses?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, awesome. And so I'm trying to make a boat out of just aluminum foil.
I'll go throw this thing in a press and smash it for you.
You're the best, Troy. Yes! Yes! Woo! It's gonna work.
I told him that I would be ready in 2 days and I had literally nothing. I had to rush to make a bunch of sample pieces to test out. Ow, Jesus. Brake presses apply pressure between a top and bottom die to bend metals. For this reason, I made sure the width of my beams matched the 2-inch wide press die. I made 5 beams with varying thicknesses and lengths, focusing mainly on varying thickness since I felt it was critical to making rigid beams. Stick around to see if I was right.
This is hard. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm here at Falls Metal Fabricators. We'll see what happens.
Well, let's start with the easy one.
That's so cool.
We proceeded to crush the life out of every beam with 145 tons of pure steel.
I crunched it. Holy crap.
You want to hit it?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Made all the wrinkles go away.
But after we finished, the owner had an important question.
It's this lake.
I don't know. I gotta find one. I gotta pick one. I know. Yeah. Apparently my heart rate is 118 right now. That's how excited I am. Or maybe I'm just unhealthy. So we went to the shop, 0.05 inches, still very flimsy. This is our long one. You see that tear? Fail. Fail. Still a little flimsy. This one's pretty dang strong. I just had an awesome idea. Oh my. Bro, I can't bend that in half. I could just make a bunch of waterproof logs, strap them all together, and I can just do that right now. So I quickly started working on my log idea. I basically took a long sheet of foil, crumpled it up in a tube, and then started wrapping it over and over with more foil. And then I had a revelation. This is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna strap a bunch of these. I'm gonna strap a bunch of these together. I'm gonna do that. So I kept going and finished the very first beam. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my beam. Ooh. Luckily, since I screwed up filming earlier, I have 2. Then I started on beam 3. And that gets me to the sponsor of our video, Chipotle. Just kidding. I'm the sponsor of my video. For each log, I added several layers of foil and foil tape to hopefully keep them waterproof. If I want half of this to sit underwater, I need just over 3 of these things. So I decided to make 5, but not without a test drive. You can see it now. And a review with the boss. It's my foil boat. She'll do. I went and got a wetsuit this morning. Stick around to see why it took me 20 minutes to put on. I finished up the final log and was almost ready to assemble. I'm imagining myself on the news now. A young man is in the hospital after a tragic aluminum foil boat accident. I finally started putting them together with tape and more packed foil. It's gotta be like at least 70 pounds. Now I gotta make an oar. To make the paddle for my oar, I went back to the shop and squished my prototype log in the brake press. This is awesome. I repurposed the earlier 1/2-inch beam for the handle and added braided foil rope to the end. And it's attached to this rope in the case that it gets away from me. Dun 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 dun. Aluminum foil boat. And lastly, I added in a much needed camera mount. Oh yeah, final damage assessment for today. There, here, there. We survived. This is gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick.
Just breathe. Now you know what it's like to put pantyhose on.
I found a lake 5 minutes before I had to leave, and my dad picked me up. Thanks, Dad. We carefully unloaded the boat, and I nervously headed toward the lake. It was go time. Oh my God, it works. Oh, it's so cold. Okay, it's the moment of truth. Wow. My excitement turned to fear when I realized my true task. All right, I'm gonna try to go across. Oh God, this is so far away. It feels like it's sinking. I was cold and exhausted, but nothing was gonna stop me from getting across that lake. I continued to edge closer to my goal. So far I am, I'm sure. Oh God, I don't know if I can make it that far. The water level is rising and then bleeding. But I realized the boat was sinking. Yeah, it's definitely sinking. So I had to make the hardest decision. I'm gonna come back. I had to make it back before the boat sank and I lost it forever. Luckily, my paddle safety feature worked. Oh wait, I'm okay. Thought I lost my paddle. I tried everything to get back. Kick. But I was going too slow. To avert the sinking, I had to make the tough choice to get into the 48-degree water. I have to push it back. Oh, it's so cold.
Are you okay?
Oh my gosh. It's so cold.
He's a little dramatic.
It's so cold. Oh, I can see it. Get it, man. Good job. That was rough.